Hi, my name's Rachel Byass, and tonight Liz and I are going to do a fun video showing you how to use Kemper tools and sponges and a few different brushes and specialty products. I'm just going to ad-lib doing a really easy piece, something like mice done with a sponge, and holly done with a sponge as well. And then I'm going to show you how to do, what is it, mistletoe with Kemper tools. So I haven't done this before, so we'll just see what it turns out like.
We're making it up as we go along.
Yeah, it's just a makeup as we go along. So I'm going to do it as quick as I can because I think video should only be about 10 minutes. So I'm going to start off by using a banding wheel, often called a whirler. So off we go. So first of all, we're going to make sure that it's in the centre. So you pull your fingers towards you and then make sure that it's touching the brush all the time. Obviously this has got a little wonky edge because it's supposed to have, because it's a handmade plate. And if it's not touching the brush all the time, well, and there's a gap, you just pull the plate towards you. So I'm going to put a soft wash of underglaze on. This is my colour to clay, but you could use whatever make you like. And I'm going to start off from the middle and just gently spin and slide it through. And when it makes that noise, it means it hasn't got enough paint on. And the best brush to use for this is a fan brush that's goat hair, which is what this is. So I'm just get rid of the water.
We do sell them on the website, don't we? The fan brushes.
Yeah, they're really lovely and soft. I had these made in Germany. So there we go. Spin. If it doesn't band properly, it's probably because it's a little bit too thick. So I'm just going to go into the green a little bit, but not too much. And wash the brush out and go back with the green. Sorry about the
We'll be cleaning up for all night with all the paint everywhere. And just while Rachel's doing that, it's so warm tonight. We've got both windows open to try and cool us down. It's unbelievable for November.
I'm not sure if it's power surges.
Yeah, it
could be. Anyway, whatever. We prefer to say it's the hot weather.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to just wipe this off. So that's got a little bit of colour on it. And now I'm going to have some little mices to pieces, which is just done with a sponge. Look, can we see that? Oops, I'm looking at one screen and it's looking at another. So the light's a little bit bright actually. I'll tip it like that.
Okay.
So this is done with a petal shaped sponge, and I've got grey. So I'm just going to dab in the grey and put a tiny bit of black on and just blend it a bit so that it's blended, and put a couple of mice here and there. So here's a little mouse. Give it a little push. Actually, we'll take it off the wheel, I think, now.
Let's take that. Your trusty assistant.
Thank you. And when you're choosing a banding wheel, do choose a good one, because these ones have got ball bearings in them, so they spin and spin and spin. You can get, and they need to have a bit of weight to them as well. So just put an odd mouse. You can see I'm not reloading the brush, sponge should I say, only once. So there's little mice, okay? And then we'll have some little ears. So for that I'm going to use a Kemper tool. This is a small round Kemper tool for his ear. And I'm going to use black paint. Let's put this down here for a sec. Bring my paints a bit closer. So the Kemper tools are made of memory wire, and they come in, there's two boxes, there's KD's S24 and KDS 13, and it shows there's nine tools in each, and you can have some real good fun with them. They're very simple to use. Here's a piece that I've done, which is just simple flowers, and we've got plates that I've done which are pretty simple. And so there's really all sorts on this back shelf that I've
Just
all
go
been
up a
done.
bit so they can
all
see
been
the other
done
stuff.
with the all this.
Except for the sponge, the
Yeah,
that little one.
That's a sponge. And these are all Kemper tools. The hairbrush and things are all Kemper tools. So now I'm going to put his little fella's ears on. So just using the black.
And you're loading it and keeping the paint in the little circle, aren't you?
Yeah, so I don't want it to pop because I want a solid ear. I might get 2 ears out of one load. Depends if it actually pops. Do you think he should have a pink nose because it's Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, he's got an ear that's
it's got just
it's dislocated from his body. Is it the wine, Rachel?
It must be, and I'm only on my 2nd glass, folks, honestly.
Well, that's what she tells me. I don't know what she's been having in the kitchen earlier with dinner.
Right, so there they've all got an ear. Now you need a really nice liner, but slim. I can't tell you what this is because I can't see the label, but never mind. But it's a slim liner, and then we're going to do a tail. So load the brush and make sure that the paint's not sticking out of the brush like oodles of paint, otherwise it'll make a blobby, more of a bootlace than a little tail. So pull out of the little fella and give him a tail. Oh, there we have my little again. I did say I'm not going to say little at all in this video.
You can't help it. It's an affliction.
Don't do that when I'm doing a tail. So give it a nice whirl.
I've heard it all. Don't do that when I'm making a tail.
Yeah.
Make you laugh.
Yeah. So there we go. And then, without loading the brush, do some little, oops, little feelers. Yes, there's a bit too much paint, but have you ever tried to do a workshop in 10 minutes? It's quite hard.
We're already on 7.
Oh my God, no! Hurry up!
Oh, sounds like it's raining.
It might cool it off a bit.
It might.
So when you're doing the feelers, you can see, are they feelers?
Whiskers.
Whiskers, that's it, whiskers. You can see I'm putting my little finger down onto the plate so that I can do thinner ones than the first ones, and I never loaded the brush up once. Now I'm going to give it a nose.
You've got one there without any.
Oh, poor fella.
He's not going to feel anything.
That might be too big, that nose. I'm going to give him a red nose because it's Christmas. So here we are. He's got a red nose. Oh, that's quite cute.
So now Rudolph has become a mouse.
Yeah, it's a Rudolph mouse. There we go. And
that is nice.
Give this fella some whiskers. Don't you think it's great making stuff up as you go along?
As we've just been talking actually about what we thought we could do tonight, or what I thought Rachel could be. We were both saying, what are we going to do tonight? How are we going to do it? And I said to her, what about doing something with mistletoe? And so she came up with this idea of the mouse, which obviously...
These two are going to have a kiss, you see, so...
Yeah.
I'm going to thin, if you're going to do lines, you thin the paint to like an ink. And then I'm just going to wave this through the design. Not enough paint on that fella. Coming around the edge. It's like speed painting instead of speed dating.
You don't have to move.
There we go. And I'm going to do the mistletoe ends. What would you call it? What's that cup thing called at the end? Is it a flower? I'm not really sure. And it's got 2 little bobbles. So I'm going to make a middle value of colour anyway. So I will get a palette knife, because you shouldn't use a brush to mix your colour, and just make a middle green that's slightly different to the other 2 greens that I'm using. Okay, and then oop, this is the end of the mistletoe, so just make sure it doesn't pop.
Do you know, I've not really used Kemper tools very much, and I'm going to have a go
Have
with
a
them.
go.
Yeah, definitely.
The kids really like them.
Yeah.
I've 6 sets in the studio, and some of the original ones. Oops, it's popping.
Maybe we should do some of the kits with the Kemper tools as well, so that.
Yeah, because at the minute on lockdown, we're doing take-home kits. So you could have a go at this. We could put everything that's in this design together, and you could paint it on a piece of bisque on your of your choice, because it doesn't really matter what the bisque is. I think that wants a few drops of water in it, actually. If it's popping, the surface tension's not quite right. So just put a little bit of water in it. And it needs to be like a little pile of colour. So you can, and when you're scooping it up with the tool, I don't know, can you see that?
Just move it over a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, don't pick it up fast like that, because it'll pop. Slide it through like you were throwing a pebble, and it'll stay solid. So these are what are going to have some berries on them. I want to hear your thoughts on this. I'd like to hear that somebody's going to do this. So at the bottom, I'm going to put links to everything that I've used, so you can have a go. And if you're local and you want a kit putting together, you can give us a call. Whatever you do, don't text me on Facebook, because I never see it. You need to text my number, or text, or just email from the website, rachelbyass.co.uk. Okay, so that's enough for the berries, and then I'm going to use these little writer tip bottles here, and I filled one full of the white clay paint. Sometimes I put a little bit of enhancer in it and it makes it really thick. I haven't done with this, so we were scribbling with it, and just put some little bubbles. Look, and they'll stand out as little berries. There's my little again. As small berries then.
I think that's your signature, Rachel.
Little.
Little.
Yeah, I'm not so little as I used to be.
Aren't we all?
So here I'm going to use this as a leaf. You can see that it's a long tool. It's hard to see actually on the camera. And I'm going to use, again, the same colours, but I'm going to make it slightly darker, but not as dark as the holly green. Again, put a little bit of water in it. How many minutes are we on this?
13.
Oh no! Oh no!
Get it done in 15.
Okay, so here's some leaves.
It looks really nice.
You wouldn't believe what you can do with a sponge and a few tools and gadgets, would you?
No.
And it's not that I bet people think, oh, well, you probably can't paint, but I can paint. But we have a lot of people coming in the studio who want to do something simple that maybe haven't got a lot of painting skills, because they've never been shown painting skills, or the teacher at school said they were rubbish, which I've heard a lot, which is rather sad. You wouldn't be allowed to say that these days, would you?
And like you say, lots of kids love doing things like that, and it's easy. These tools are easy for the kids to use, aren't they?
They are. You can see it happening. Occasionally it pops, but...
And how enjoyable it is as well, doing it. I'm definitely going to have a go at that. It's lovely.
It's cute, isn't it?
It is.
This would make a nice workshop if we weren't on lockdown.
It would.
So, oops. Yeah, do we need any more over here? Oh, another abla piece. And it's nice if you've mixed the colour, because sometimes you get different tones coming into the tool. And don't be afraid to actually cover something up. You know, like put a leaf that's going over the mouse or something. It doesn't have to go around things. I think that might be enough leaves. Oops, I'm running out of green anyway. Yes, definitely run out. So now I'm just going to put, what should we put? A little bit of, There's that little bit. There's that little bit.
Well, were you going to do some poinsettia?
was.
Poinsettia or not? What do
But
you
I
think?
think this poinsettia is a little bit big. It's too big. So I'll do this smaller one. I think I need a bit more red, Liz. So where is
Just
that?
at the side, and I'll squeeze it out for you.
Oh. So when you're using the sponges, you should make them damp first, and then when you load the sponge, don't have it all sticking out, otherwise you won't get the detail. And make sure it's all covered and the background is not covered. I've not really had time to let this dry, so it's a bit more difficult to do. And you can see that you can do more than one with the sponge that you've got. You don't have to load it each and every time. I don't put one there because it's wet.
To do something there, just there.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then
nice.
I'm gonna use this using the dark green. I'll give it some leaves. I think I've got this in. Yes, this rose sponge comes in 3 sizes and it comes in pairs. So I'm going to probably
the leaf sponge, not
Yeah.
the rose sponge.
Oh, call it a rose sponge because I think it's like a rose leaf, but anyway, it goes with a lot of things. So you can pop a few of these on, and as I said, you don't have to keep filling. Just do 3 or 4 leaves and then fill it.
And then last but by no means least, we've got I'm trying to think, 6 blind mice at the minute.
Oh, have we?
Yeah, they're all blind.
Oh, they are. You're so right. They're
Not 3 blind mice, 6 blind mice.
Yeah. See how they run. Okay. Oh, that's quite cute for an ad lib thing.
It is. It's very nice.
Oh, look. I'm quite chuffed with that.
It is, it's lovely.
But as Liz says, they're blind, so we'll get the little. Oh, there we go again. Another little. That must be about 5. We'll get the tool and do some small eyes to the side of the mouse. Love those mices.
And we've got a lady that comes to the studio that uses the styluses and does loads of work.
Her
Doesn't
work's
she?
unbelievable.
She does
Mandala art.
Yeah, she does actual. Well, she's done recently animals that have been all done with these styluses. Yeah.
Shame we haven't got anything coming out of the kiln.
No.
Have they all got eyes?
I think so.
They've all got eyes. Right, we'll give the edge of the plate some red. So I'm going to use this. This is a tool that I had made rather than taking natural sea sponges out of the sea. I had this and it does the same sort of effect. So I'm going to put this on the edge.
A bit more on for you.
Just to darken that up. So you stir it around and give it a little dab. There we go, another little card. I can't help myself.
Oh, what was the little mouse called in the film? Stuart Little.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, it was a mouse. Yeah,
There's a moose in the house.
That's quite apt that you're doing a mouse.
I will do. Oh, what should I do in the middle of these poinsettias to make?
You'll have to do it quickly.
Oh, okay. I think I'll just do it white. I'll just dab, 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 dab.
Whatever you're doing, you'll have to do it quickly. Otherwise,
I'm going over.
we're going to well out of time. Yeah, 10 minutes we were supposed to be doing. We're nearly 18.
Okay, there we go. I think it's done.
Do you want to mist it?
Oh, yes, good idea. So if you want to see what it's going to look like when it's fired, a little tip is you fill a mister. This is a little mister that we sell, and you just give it a spray with water. Oh, wow. Can you see the difference?
Just tip it up a little bit. Yeah.
And you can see what it's going to look like when it's finished.
Amazing.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So I hope you've liked the little Mrs. to Pieces workshop, and I hope you'll have a go. I hope you subscribe because it's absolutely free, and comment on the bottom, and we'll look forward to meeting you next time. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.